People in favour of relaxing abortion laws in the Republic of Ireland have been celebrating a resounding victory in the country's referendum. They took more than 66% of the vote. Campaigners against relaxing the law have called the result a tragedy of historic proportions, but these women gathered to celebrate in Dublin.
We've been working so hard for women's rights for so many years now, and we can see it's finally coming true.
Ireland has finally grown up. Face the fact, don't shift it abroad, deal with it here safely. For me, for my daughters and my grandchildren.
Well, one leading anti-abortion campaign group says that this result is going to add to pressure on British authorities to become even more liberal in their attitude than they currently are. Liam Gibson is from the Society for the Protection of the Unborn Child. Good morning, Liam.
Good morning, Joe.
What do you mean by that claim?
At the moment, there's a campaign that's being led by the abortion providers, most notably British Pregnancy Advisory Service and Mary Stopes International, to completely withdraw any kind of restrictions that are in England, Scotland and Wales currently under the 1967 Abortion Act. We've also seen the attempts to limit severely freedom of conscience protection for medical staff. And also there's a huge pressure growing on councils to introduce so-called buffer zones to limit the freedom of expression and freedom of assembly of people who want to offer help to women who may be considering an abortion and attending an abortion facility, even to the extent of making it unlawful for them to stand quietly and pray outside an abortion facility. So there's already a huge amount of pressure to further liberalise the 1967 Abortion Act, which historically has been the most liberal abortion act in the whole of Western Europe. So this definitely will add momentum to that campaign, because the British abortion industry are big players in the Irish abortion lobby as well.
Isn't the reality, though, that the Irish Yes campaign, they were just merely seeking to bring their laws closer to our own?
Yes, they are. They're attempting to introduce abortion on a British model, which we know has had devastating effects on British society over the last 50 years. In particular, this can be seen in the number of children with Down syndrome who are eliminated before birth. As soon as a child with Down syndrome is diagnosed with that condition, then they are immediately under threat. 9 out of 10 children with that label are eliminated before they ever see the light of day. And Ireland has a much, much bigger population of Downs people, and the people who will be most upset at this result will be the families of special needs children, because they know that this is a value judgment on every child that's seen as unwanted, imperfect, or simply inconvenient.
Liam,
so it will have an impact on all children that are seen as disabled and imperfect.
Liam, despite the laws in Ireland, I recently interviewed some staff at an abortion clinic here in Leicestershire who told me that they actually see more Irish girls than local girls. I mean, this change in law surely is better to keep it in the country and safe and legal, rather than having Irish girls. You weren't stopping them from having abortions. They were just going elsewhere.
It most certainly was stopping them. And really, since 2001, the number of women travelling from Ireland to Britain for an abortion has come down from 6,500 to 3,500. So that was a result of greater information, greater support for women who feel that they have no alternative but to seek an abortion, and also greater knowledge of what abortion does to women, because again, the British experience is that we have a huge amount of information now about how abortion is damaging to women themselves, very often physically, because it threatens the integrity of their body, and that's a fact, a medical fact, that an abortion can reduce the successful outcome of subsequent pregnancies, so it leads to premature and early deliveries.
I'm not sure
Also,
that's
the
true, Liam.
psychological
What do you,
effects are
Liam, can I just
devastating.
ask you, what do you think you see this result then as a sign that Ireland is becoming seen as more of a secular country rather than a religious one?
Ireland has been in the process of secularisation for an awful long time. It's caught up very, very quickly with the rest of Western Europe. So yes, that's certainly a part of that's a contributing factor to the outcome of this vote. Yes, definitely.
Okay, Liam, I'm afraid we're going to have to leave it there. We've run out of time. Thank you for talking to us this morning.
Thank you, sir.
That's Liam Gibson from the Society for the Protection of the Unborn Child.